Hey guys, this is ND Rave, and you are going to study some of the topics in the Rave class that you can see. So this is the class about successive differentiation. So let's deal some problems as well as know what is successive differentiation. So now, first thing is, what is successive differentiation? So the process of differentiating the same function again and again is called successive differentiation. So for example, let me take a function y, which is a function of x. So this is y, which is a function of x. If I differentiate this particular function, let me name it as equation 1. So if I differentiate this function, so which is according to the definition, that is differentiating the same function again and again. So this is the function that I have taken, so y is equal to f of x, where y is a function of x. So when I differentiate this particular equation 1, what I get is dy by dx. That is nothing but differential of y with respect to x. This can sometimes as f of or f dash, because it is a differentiation function, so it is f dash of x because it is a function of x. Sometimes they also represent the dy by dx by using y, so that I have shown over here. So this is also written as y dash. So this entire equation is called the first derivative of y. So the first derivative of y, so that is what is the first differentiation function given and function f of x. So but what is the definition of successive differentiation? So that is nothing but successive differentiation is differentiating a given function again and again. So after the first derivative is got about, so you have to differentiate dy by dx once again with respect to x. So this is how it is given. So the given equation dy by dx is differentiated again with respect to x. This results in second derivative. So second derivative is what? D square y by dx square. So this is the second derivative function. So this goes on, for example, this second derivative goes on or differentiating once again and again with respect to x gives you successive differentiation. So let me go to some of the higher derivative functions with respect to the second derivative with some problem. So I'll take a small problem here. So y is the function with x. So y is given by root of 1 plus x square. So this is the question given. So the main aim is to find the differential or the second derivative. So to find the second derivative. Now let me find the second derivative of this function. So consider this equation again, and it's set to be equation 1. So this particular function, in order to obtain second derivative, how many differentials has to be done? So from according to the explanation that is given above, 2 differentials has to be done. So I'll differentiate equation, so differentiate equation 1 for the first time. So what you get? Dy by dx, so which from now on I'll refer to as y dash, is given by, so what is the differential of root of 1 plus x square is the question. So according to the successive derivative, let me first tell you the basic function that has to be considered over here, which is written in red so that you can follow a better way. So the differential of x square, that is d by dx of x square, is given as 2x, and d by dx, that is nothing but differential with respect to x of 1 by root x, is given by 1 by 2 root x. So you have to remember this functions, but since this is a successive differentiation class, I won't be explaining how you get this result, but this result is quite important. So you need to memorize this. So using these two equations, let me solve this particular equation 1. So according to, let me consider this entire function to be x in the root. So it gives you 1 divided by 2 into root of 1 plus x square. But the rule of successive differentiation is that if you have a quadratic equation in the x considered here, of course you have a quadratic equation over here, you have to differentiate this function again by multiplying this particular function. So what is this? So the derivative of x square is nothing but 2x. So this 2 and this 2 cancels out. So what you get? So y dash is found to be x divided by root of 1 plus x square. So let me rewrite the equation A. So equation A was found to be, so what was the equation A that was found? So that is nothing but y dash is equal to x divided by root of 1 plus x square. So that was the first derivative that was found. But the question is to find the second derivative. So here I have referred first derivative to be y dash. So the second derivative, that is nothing but y double dash, that is as simple as that. Instead of writing d square y by dx square, this can be referred to as y double dash. So using quotient rule, because since it has a numerator and denominator here, so you have to use quotient rule in order to perform the differentiation. So since the successive differentiation class, so let me directly go on to how a quotient rule can be applied for y dash over here. So how do you write this? So y dash, that is sorry, y double dash is equal to, so denominator square. So what you have in the denominator, there is nothing but root of 1 plus x square whole square. So that is in the denominator. And if you go to numerator, the function goes like this. So denominator function, that is root of 1 plus x square into differential of numerator function. So numerator function is x, so I have written d by dx of x minus, so please note the sign, it is negative, that is minus numerator function which is x and differential of denominator. So you have to note this carefully so that you'll understand better. So let me explain it once again. So quotient rule, so this is the quotient rule that I've explained over here. So the quotient rule goes like this. So what does quotient rule say? Denominator function square, so I've written the denominator function squared, denominator function multiplied by the differential of numerator function minus, there is negative sign, so please note this once again, I repeat. So numerator function multiplied by the differential of the denominator function. So what this results in? There's a question. So y double dash is equal to root of 1 plus x square. So everyone knows that differential of x is nothing but 1 minus x. So what is this function? You can note here, this is nothing but the given function y, right? So this particular function over here is y. So the differential of y was found from equation a over here, so that is nothing but x divided by root of 1 plus x square divided by this particular square, and square root cancels out, giving you 1 plus x square. So on solving this equation, so of course I don't need to explain that, so you get y double dash to be 1 divided by 1 plus x square to the power of 3 by 2. So that is the function you obtain. So in the further Rave classes, so I'm going to highlight the topics over here. So in the Rave classes you will be explaining some of the sine and cos functions. So the differential, that is successive differential of sine function and cos function. So in the next class you'll learn some of the problems relating to sine and cos and successive differentiation in a simple manner with exact steps to be followed. So stay tuned in ND Rave. It's a Rave class.